Throughout history, humanity has sought answers to life's most profound questions. Who are we? Why are we here? How does the universe work? While science and spirituality are often viewed as separate realms, they share a common purpose: to explore and understand the mysteries of existence. Two of the most influential figures in these realms are Albert Einstein, the revolutionary scientist, and the Buddha, the awakened teacher. Though separated by centuries, their insights resonate deeply, revealing a shared vision of interconnectedness and a path toward wisdom that continue to inspire humanity. Einstein's exploration of the cosmos and Buddha's journey into the nature of the mind are not as disparate as they seem. Instead, they converge on a timeless truth. The universe is a harmonious whole, and understanding it requires both external inquiry and inner realization. Welcome to the School of Buddha, where we explore the fascinating intersection of Einstein's scientific legacy and the Buddha's spiritual wisdom. We will also understand why Einstein once said, "If there is any religion that would cope with modern scientific needs, it would be Buddhism." And if you want additional readings or sources for this video, please check the details mentioned in the description. Let's begin now. Albert Einstein is widely regarded as one of the greatest scientific minds in history. His theory of relativity reshaped how we understand space, time, and energy, and his equation, E=mc², revealed the deep interconnectedness of matter and energy. Yet, Einstein's genius was not confined to the physical sciences. He was also a profound thinker about life, spirituality, and the universe. Einstein often described himself as a deeply religious person, but not in the traditional sense. He rejected the notion of a personal God who intervenes in human affairs. Instead, he found his spirituality in what he called the cosmic religious feeling, a sense of awe and reverence for the universe's harmony and order. In his words, "I believe in Spinoza's God, who reveals himself in the orderly harmony of what exists, not in a God who concerns himself with the fates and actions of human beings." Spinoza, a century philosopher, equated God with nature, viewing the universe as a unified, self-regulating system. Einstein embraced this view, finding divinity not in miracles or doctrines, but in the intricate beauty of the natural world, a perspective that closely aligns with Buddhist thought. Einstein's reverence for the universe went beyond intellectual curiosity. He described his scientific pursuits as driven by a sense of wonder and humility. He famously said, "The most beautiful and most profound experience is the sensation of the mystical. It is the sower of all true science. He to whom this emotion is a stranger, who can no longer wonder and stand wrapped in awe, is as good as dead." This sense of wonder mirrors the Buddhist practice of mindfulness and meditation, which cultivates awareness and appreciation for the present moment. Both Einstein and Buddha recognized that a deep connection with the universe begins with an open mind and an open heart. At the core of Einstein's work was a quest for unity. His theory of relativity revealed that space and time are not separate entities, but part of a single continuum. He sought a unified field theory that would explain all forces of nature in a single framework, a pursuit that remains unfinished. This drive for unity resonates with Buddhist teachings on dependent origination, or paticca samuppada, which state that all phenomena arise in dependence on other phenomena. The Buddha taught that nothing exists independently. Everything is interconnected in a vast web of causality. Einstein's scientific quest and the Buddha's spiritual insights both reflect a deep understanding of this universal interconnectedness. Einstein's humility in the face of the unknown is another point of convergence with Buddhist thought. He admitted that the human mind could grasp only a small fraction of the universe's mysteries, stating, "The eternal mystery of the world is its comprehensibility. The fact that it is comprehensible is a miracle." Buddhism, too, embraces the limitations of human knowledge. The Buddha discouraged speculative metaphysical questions, emphasizing practical teachings that lead to liberation from suffering. This pragmatic approach is reflected in Einstein's own focus on understanding what can be observed and experienced, rather than speculating about the unknowable. Long before the rise of modern science, Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, was conducting his own profound investigation, not through telescopes or equations, but through the power of introspection and observation. His teachings, rooted in critical inquiry and experiential validation, resonate deeply with the principles of the scientific method. The Buddha was a pioneer of rational spiritual exploration. In the Kalama Sutta, he advised his followers, Do not believe in anything simply because it is said. Do not believe in traditions because they have been handed down for generations. Only after careful observation and analysis, when it agrees with reason and is conducive to the good and benefit of all, then accept it and live up to it. This empirical approach is strikingly similar to the scientific method, which relies on observation, experimentation, and logical reasoning to establish truths. Buddha emphasized personal experience as the ultimate authority, encouraging his followers to investigate his teachings and validate them through their own understanding. Central to the Buddha's teachings is the concept of dependent origination, or paticca samuppada, which explains that all phenomena arise in dependence on other phenomena. This idea dismantles the notion of independent, unchanging entities and reveals the interconnectedness of everything in the universe. This concept mirrors a scientific understanding of ecosystems, quantum mechanics, and even Einstein's theories of relativity, which emphasize the relational nature of space, time, and matter. Just as Einstein's discoveries highlight the interconnectedness of physical phenomena, dependent origination explains the intricate web of causality underlying the spiritual and material worlds. Buddha's approach to understanding the nature of existence also included the practice of mindfulness, focusing one's awareness on the present moment without judgment. In modern times, mindfulness has become a cornerstone of scientific research in psychology and neuroscience, demonstrating its benefits for mental health and well-being. The Buddha's insights into the workings of the mind have stood the test of time, bridging ancient wisdom with contemporary scientific understanding. This timeless relevance reflects the universality of his teachings, which transcend cultural and temporal boundaries. One of the most profound points of convergence between Einstein and the Buddha is their shared understanding of the illusion of separateness. Einstein described this in strikingly Buddhist terms. A human being is part of the whole, called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. The Buddha, too, taught that the self is not a fixed, independent entity, but an ever-changing construct of thoughts, emotions, and sensations. He referred to this mistaken belief in a permanent self as avidya, that is ignorance, which lies at the root of human suffering. The Buddha's teachings, such as the five aggregates, deconstruct the concept of self into physical and mental processes. By understanding this, one can transcend attachment and free oneself from the cycle of suffering. Similarly, Einstein encouraged humanity to transcend the illusion of separateness by embracing a broader, more unified perspective. Both Einstein and Buddha considered compassion as the universal bridge. For both Einstein and the Buddha, compassion was not merely a virtue, but a necessity for overcoming the delusions of the ego. Einstein urged humanity to expand its circle of compassion, stating, "Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature." This mirrors the Buddha's teachings on metta, or loving kindness, and karuna, or compassion. In Buddhist practice, cultivating these qualities is essential for breaking free from selfishness and achieving enlightenment. The Buddha's path to liberation, outlined in the Noble Eightfold Path, emphasizes ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom, all of which foster compassion. Modern science has begun to validate the benefits of selflessness and compassion. Studies in psychology and neuroscience show that acts of kindness and altruism activate the brain's reward centers, increasing happiness and reducing stress. This aligns with the Buddhist teachings that selfless actions lead to greater inner peace and fulfillment. Both Einstein and the Buddha recognized that the illusion of separateness is a major source of human suffering. While Einstein encouraged intellectual humility and the expansion of empathy, the Buddha provided a practical path to liberation through meditation, mindfulness, and ethical living. Their teachings remind us that true freedom comes not from accumulating knowledge or material wealth, but from dissolving the barriers that divide us from others and the universe itself. Science and spirituality are often perceived as opposing forces, one grounded in empirical evidence and the other in faith and introspection. Yet, the lives and philosophies of Albert Einstein and the Buddha reveal a profound connection between these two realms. At their core, both science and Buddhism seek to uncover universal truths, though their methods and perspectives differ. Einstein recognized this intersection when he stated, If there is any religion that would cope with modern scientific needs, it would be Buddhism. This acknowledgement highlights Buddhism's compatibility with the scientific method as it encourages inquiry, observation, and critical thinking. Unlike dogmatic religions, Buddhism is adaptable, willing to evolve in light of new discoveries. The Dalai Lama echoed this sentiment, stating, "If scientific analysis were to conclusively demonstrate certain aspects of Buddhist doctrine to be false, then we must accept the findings of science and abandon those claims." This openness to revision places Buddhism uniquely at the crossroads of spirituality and science, bridging the gap between empirical exploration and inner realization. Buddhism's central tenets, such as anicca or impermanence and paticcasamuppada or dependent origination, align closely with the principles of modern science. These teachings assert that everything in the universe is in a state of constant change and that all phenomena are interconnected. Einstein's theory of relativity embodies these concepts on a physical level, showing how space and time are not absolute but relative and interdependent. Similarly, quantum physics reveals the interconnectedness of particles, demonstrating that the universe operates as a dynamic, interdependent whole. Buddha articulated this understanding over 2,500 years ago when he taught that nothing exists independently. When this exists, that comes to be. With the arising of this, that arises. When this does not exist, that does not come to be. With the cessation of this, that ceases. This ancient wisdom mirrors the modern scientific principle of causality, which underpins disciplines ranging from physics to biology. Einstein and the Buddha both recognize the profound role of the mind in shaping our perception of reality. Einstein once remarked, "Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one." Buddhism takes this insight further, asserting that our attachment to the illusion of a permanent self is the root cause of suffering. The Buddha taught that the mind constructs reality through perceptions, thoughts, and emotions, which are often clouded by. Modern neuroscience supports this view, revealing how our brains interpret sensory input to construct a subjective experience of the world. Practices like mindfulness and meditation, which originated in Buddhism, have been scientifically shown to enhance mental clarity, reduce stress, and improve overall well-being. Einstein described his pursuit of science as driven by a sense of awe and wonder, akin to a mystical experience. The most beautiful and profound emotion we can experience is the sensation of the mystical. It is the sower of all true science. This mystical sense of interconnectedness is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. Through meditation and mindfulness, practitioners cultivate an awareness of the present moment and a deep connection with the universe. The Buddha's teachings on nirvana, the state of liberation from delusion and suffering, can be seen as a spiritual parallel to Einstein's quest for a unified theory of the cosmos. The convergence of Einstein's scientific insights and the Buddha's spiritual wisdom offers practical lessons for navigating the complexities of modern life. Here are 3 key takeaways. Embrace impermanence. Recognize that change is an inherent part of existence. By accepting impermanence, we can let go of attachments and live more peacefully. You can cultivate mindfulness to appreciate the present moment without clinging to the past or worrying about the future. 2. Expand compassion. Both Einstein and the Buddha emphasized the importance of compassion in breaking down the illusion of separateness. You can practice acts of kindness and develop empathy for all living beings, recognizing our shared interconnectedness. 3. Balance inquiry and introspection. Science and spirituality are not mutually exclusive but complementary. Einstein's scientific rigor and the Buddha's meditative discipline both demonstrate the power of combining external exploration with inner reflection. You can pursue knowledge while also taking time to reflect and connect with your inner self through meditation or mindfulness. Einstein's and the Buddha's teachings remind us that the boundaries between science and spirituality are not fixed but fluid. Together, they offer a unified vision of humanity's potential to understand the universe and transform itself. As Einstein stated, "The more I study science, the more I believe in the harmony of the universe." And as the Buddha taught, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. By integrating these perspectives, we can approach life's mysteries with curiosity, humility, and compassion. Albert Einstein and the Buddha, though separated by time, culture, and discipline, embody humanity's deepest yearning to understand the nature of existence and our place within it. Their journeys, one through the vast expanse of the cosmos, the other into the profound depths of the mind, intersect in a shared acknowledgement of interconnectedness, impermanence, and the search for unity. Einstein, with his unparalleled intellect, unraveled the mysteries of space and time, yet humbly admitted the limitations of human understanding. He celebrated the mystical, finding reverence in the universe's order and beauty. The Buddha, through introspection and meditation, illuminated the path to liberation, emphasizing that the answers to life's greatest questions lie not in external speculation, but within ourselves. As some have said, the Buddha found what Einstein was searching for. Their teachings converge in a call for compassion, a recognition that the boundaries we perceive between ourselves and others are illusions. For Einstein, this was the expansion of our circle of compassion to embrace all living beings. For the Buddha, it was the cultivation of metta and karuna, extending boundless love and empathy to all existence. In a world increasingly divided by ideologies and conflicts, the wisdom of Einstein and the Buddha offers a profound reminder. The pursuit of truth, whether through science or spirituality, requires humility, open-mindedness, and a sense of wonder. Their lives urge us to bridge the artificial divide between reason and faith, to seek unity in diversity, and to honor the shared mysteries that connect us all. Einstein once reflected, "The most incomprehensible thing about the universe is that it is comprehensible." The Buddha would agree, reminding us that comprehending the universe begins with understanding the mind. If this exploration has resonated with you, please like this video, share it with your friends, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to subscribe to the School of Buddha for more insightful discussions that bridge ancient wisdom and modern thought. As we step back and reflect on their timeless wisdom, we are reminded that the universe, both within and around us, is a vast, interconnected tapestry. Each thread, no matter how small, contributes to the whole. To honor this interconnectedness is to live with greater mindfulness, compassion, and curiosity. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May the wisdom of Einstein and the Buddha inspire you to explore, reflect, and contribute to the harmony of the universe.